are we're live. Alright. Big City 101.3 FM, Waking Up with TaylaAndre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. We are in the building with one of my favorite guests. Tayla, you always say that because all my guests are my favorite. We got Firearm Fred in the building. You guys want to learn how to shoot. You want to learn how to clean your gun. You want to learn how to perfect your skills. You want to get your license in the state of Massachusetts. You got to go through Firearm Fred. So, Fred, we know you to be connected. How are you connected? How you work with firearms and?
Well, I'm connected on several ways.
Say with your chest.
I've been in this business for a long time, so it's what it is. It's like I went and got my training to help people and help them perfect their skills with firearms and shooting and
See, I was trying to snitch on you. You work with
I work with different law enforcement agencies too, and help perfect their skills and different security companies, security agencies. If they want their people to perfect their skills and learn how to shoot, I got them. I'm their man.
And what else do you do?
And I also help civilians. The new thing now is helping civilians, helping everybody else. Because a lot of people out here don't know that it's actually a very easy process to get your firearm license. So.
And why do people think it's so difficult?
It's just it's up north. It's such a taboo. Like guns are people are scared of guns, but it shouldn't be something that should be taboo because I've had people tell me like I don't believe in guns. Saying I don't believe in guns is like saying you don't believe in a hammer. Saying you don't believe in a screwdriver. It's there. It's not something you can say I don't believe in it. It's a tool, and it's just a tool and how you use it.
Why are people so afraid of guns? Like, why in our community you have a gun? It's it has the serial number shaved off and it's meant for a body. Like, why in our community don't we look at guns as something for safety or something for protection or something for hunting? Because that's what the rest of the country uses it for. But in our community, if you have a gun, you're doing some illegal activities.
Yeah, and a lot of that stems from like the violence and stuff that has plagued our communities for years. And my goal is to stop that, like to get off that violence of guns are bad. Guns are not bad. It's just the people behind the guns that are bad. The NRA has a good saying, and they say that what stops a bad guy with a gun? A good guy with a gun. So,
Are you a member of the NRA?
I am a member of the NRA.
So what is all the controversy? When you think about the NRA, there's a lot of controversy that comes behind it. Like, they're attacked. When a gun goes off, when somebody is killed, the NRA is like, you did it, as if they were there pulling the trigger.
Yeah, NRA is a very controversial, because guns are controversial. People feel that, guns are bad. So when you have a group like the NRA, people like, if there's anything that has to do with a gun, they automatically say, well, you all are legislating for these guns and lobbying and guns should be banned, and it doesn't matter. It's like anything else. Bad guys are going to find a way to get guns. It's like everything else, like drugs. War on drugs. They
more drugs in jail than they are on the street.
They still get drugs. So do you think if they outlawed all guns, violence is going to stop? No, because I don't see the good like the bad guys going to the store and saying, "Hey, let me go. I need to go buy me a gun. I need to go put my serial number in and go get fingerprinted and all the other stuff so I can go buy a gun." Because buying a gun is not an easy process, especially in Massachusetts. It's a very lengthy process to buy a gun.
What if I buy one in New Hampshire and then bring it over to Massachusetts?
Well, you can do that, but it's a process to go through that. It's not like you're going to go and walk out of the store with one. You're going to have it transferred down, and then they're going to have to transfer it to a FFL, and you're going to have it. It goes through a little process of they check and make sure you have all your paperwork up to date and your licenses are straight, and then they'll finally sign it over to you. But it's not like you're just going to go there and buy it.
You're not just going to buy a gun and be able to bring it home the same day.
No, it's not. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
No, Massachusetts don't play that.
Why are our gun laws so strict?
Just
across the country, because we have some of the most, aggressive gun laws in the state of Massachusetts.
And Massachusetts, yes. Massachusetts, so they're very, very strict states. Massachusetts, when it comes to gun laws and gun buying and obtaining licenses. Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, very, very strict states, and very difficult to buy guns and conceal carry and things like that. It's very hard. They don't. The government and these states want to keep it that way.
Any specific reason, like historically speaking, or?
It's more along the lines of party lines.
Oh, okay.
So,
We're a blue state.
Yeah. So Democrats are more anti-gun than Republicans are.
I guess I'm a Republican.
Hey, listen.
In that department,
yeah. I tell people all the time I'm a Republican when it comes to my guns. So.
Not for my cold days.
That's right. That's the bad part about it. So.
I think it's relative. I think it's my personal opinion is I think it's based on the family. I think it's based on you, because guns were never a bad thing. I don't remember guns being a negative thing. I remember, like, this is a gun. You touch it if you need it. If you don't even look at it. You're a child. You're not trained in it. So, but this is a safety.
Yeah.
And my brothers have BB guns, and even those are locked up. Like, what are those? Jeff ties or
a gun cable? Yeah. It should be that way. I've had parents come in to have their kids taught to shoot as young as 12. I taught a little girl. She had her own set of rifles.
How old was she? Her own set of rifles. You said it like it was.
She didn't just have one. Like, she had her own set, and she was proficient with them too.
So rifles, are those what we shot, like little AK-47 type thing?
Yeah, but hers were like single shots, because that's what they can have at that age. But I think she was like 15. Yeah, about 15 years old. She had her own set of rifles.
What's an appropriate time to bring children to the range?
Well, my range actually does a children's night every Friday night.
Isn't it like 7?
Yeah, it's like 7 to like 9.
9 or something like that on Friday?
Yeah, every Friday.
And where is this gun range?
Braintree Rifle and Gun Club.
And how do we call you?
You can call me 617-293-1011.
One more time.
617-293-1011. Or you can reach me on email me. It's fredgary1@gmail.com. You can also check out my website, Platinum Firearms Academy.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Firearm Fred Academy.
Yeah, I put it up as Platinum Firearms Academy because I had to add a friend of mine who's a good gunsmith. This guy's amazing. So if you have any problems with your gun, he's my resident gunsmith. So
what is a gunsmith?
Gunsmith is like, if anything breaks, your triggers break.
This happens?
It happens. Firing pins break. Ejectors break. He's the guy.
So it's like a mechanic for your gun.
Yes.
A gunsmith.
Yeah. He's a man. He's good. It's really good.
So let me ask you a question as far as like a black man with a legal license to carry.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, okay, when you go to the range, do you feel like there is a lack of diversity at the range? Like there's not enough people of color that have their gun license that come out and shoot and practice? Like,
it's changing. When I first started shooting moons ago, it wasn't like that. It was very few of us out there. But now it's starting to change. I'm starting to see more and more black men on the range.
That's beautiful.
It is. I love seeing it. I'm loving to see more black instructors because it wasn't this way. So
at one time.
Yeah.
What about my females? Because they have daughters of the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Yes, I love them. Is that like
and
an eccentric version?
And how about it's led by a black female?
Hold on, what?
Yeah, that's who started it. Most people don't know that.
Daughters of the Second Amendment.
Started by a black female.
That is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is she here in Massachusetts?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can we meet her? I want to meet her.
I gotta I know her husband, so when if I can when I see her husband, I can try to set that up.
So we are in the building with Firearm Fred, waking with TaylaAndre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. Okay, maybe not 5 a.m. to 7 a day, but 5 a.m. to 7. We currently have a call on the line. Give us a call, 617-282-0062. What questions do you have for Firearm Fred? What questions do you have about open carry, concealed carry? What questions do you have about a gun or your license or obtaining your license? He is very proficient in his craft, and I believe he has answers to all the answers, Sway, when it comes to these guns.
And if I don't, I'll find it.
Good rising, caller. You're live.
I'm a father of two. I've been licensed since I was 21, and I didn't buy my first firearm until I was 30. But I have my youngest is 7. Me and his mom, we spoke. And I wanted to bring him to the range. I just turned on the radio and I heard you guys talking about it. He's 7. I wasn't sure if that's appropriate because I know how other people feel, but I technically don't care how other people feel. But I was just asking your opinion. Do you think 7 is too young? And my second question is, I'm a Class A restricted, and I'm trying to change to non-restriction. Can I do that?
Good question. Good question. I know he has an answer to these.
So the first part of that question is that's up to the parent. Every parent has to determine if their child is mature enough for firing a gun. Because I see parents in there all the time with young kids. So it's just up to you, and you start a kid out with and you get a good instructor, because the kid, you want them to, don't give them nothing too strong, let them learn slow, and then gradually build them up from there.
As a parent, can I interject?
Go ahead.
So I want to say probably about 3 years ago. No, about 2 years ago. You guys remember DJ Black Label? So DJ Black Label was 100% licensed to carry in almost every state. And he had one of his weapons concealed, and Anari was just like, what is that? And he was like, well, it's my weapon. And I was like, listen, in my house, that's unacceptable. You have to go leave that in your car.
Wow.
And recently, like in the last 6 months, Anari was like, Mommy, I'm ready to start learning about guns. Mm-hmm. So I think it really is determined on the child.
Yeah.
Because at one point, Anari and Asari were completely uncomfortable with even thinking about guns. Mm-hmm. And then, once visiting Maine, going to the country, seeing things a little differently, and understanding, like, guns in the city are not guns when you're in New Hampshire, or guns when you're in Maine, or guns at the range.
Yeah, guns aren't like that. It's the whole, the stipulation that we put on guns. Mm. And that's why we have to get out of that mind state of guns are bad. Because guns aren't bad.
Guns are horrible.
No, guns are bad.
What was the second question?
So his second question was, he wants to get rid of his restriction on his license.
Before you answer that, why would somebody have restrictions on their license?
The town they live in.
Just because of the town you live in?
Yeah.
And I know Boston is that town that you can't do.
Boston's a no-no state, a no-no town. Boston's going to give you a restriction regardless. That's just how Boston is.
What does that mean? I'm restricted. What am I restricted to?
So you're restricted to not being able to carry a concealed weapon in public.
What do you mean concealed weapon in public? Like, how does anybody know it's concealed?
Yeah.
It's hidden.
Yeah, but Boston says your license, you can only have a gun to go back and forth to the range and for to have it in your house.
So if I am in the state of Massachusetts, but I'm not in Boston, I can conceal carry.
Depends on the town. Some towns will give you unrestricted like that.
So hold on. What if I live in Boston, but I travel to the Cape often?
Mm-hmm.
So how would that work? So
It's just like a regular driver's license. Same thing.
So it's unrestricted in the entire state.
Yes.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah. Hey, take it up. Take it up with your mayor and
Your police commissioner. So if I have I live in the city of Boston,
mm-hmm.
so I have my restricted carry.
Yeah, you got license to carry, but it's restricted. That's
That
all.
means it can go from the house to the car to the range to the car to the house.
That's it.
Period. So what if I'm on my way to New Hampshire?
You better not have it with you.
Well, I'm about to go camping in New Hampshire, and we're going to shoot while we're out there.
That's not what your license is for. Well, you can have.
How am I supposed to practice?
You can have it for. They might give it to you for. You can have it for sport and target. That's it. Or you can get one for hunting.
So if I get a hunting license, what if I get a hunting and a carry? Because it's not open carry or concealed
So
carry.
a hunting license is different. A
carry.
hunting license is a totally different aspect. So you have to get, if you want to go hunting, you have to get a hunting license anyway.
So what about a sport license?
Sport, that's back to the range.
Fred,
There's
this loophole,
There
Fred?
is no loophole. There's no loophole. Boston's not no loophole. Boston says.
So you have to live outside of the city in order for you to get a real license.
Unless you, like I tell people all the time, start writing your legislations and tell them this is what it's unacceptable because you got towns right outside of Boston, right on the curb of Boston.
Like who?
Quincy's one town.
Okay, that's a concealed carry.
Oh yeah.
So where in Massachusetts do you have an open carry?
There's no open carry in Massachusetts. Period.
Okay.
Massachusetts is not an open carry state. Technically.
Lord, see, where the loophole at, Fred? Where the loophole at?
So that's why your license says either for restricted. It's either restricted or it's for concealed carry.
Mm-hmm.
So they gone is the concealed carry weapon, the concealed carry license, which used to be an LTC Class B, which was kind of funny. So they got rid of that.
They got rid of it altogether because was it recently? Cause we talked about this.
Yeah,
last year.
Now it's done. On the new applications, it's eliminated.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't make the laws, but we do have another call on the line, so they can answer some question about the laws. 617-282-0062. What questions do you have for Firearm Fred about guns, about licenses, about carrying? Anything you want to ask, he probably has an answer, and if not, he definitely will get back to you. 617-282-0062. The Rising Caller, you're live.
You're right.
Talk to me, darling.
Is it me?
Yes, it is. It's you. We can hear you. I can hear you.
Confused about what's the difference? Well, one of our friends I think he has a Utah license and another one has a different license, but before he explained that he answered the question, the question, the loophole is don't have a Boston address if you want a concealed firearm permit. True that. You just cannot have a Boston address. That's the loophole. So Randolph, Quincy, Braintree, outside of Boston, good money, from my understanding. Do it in the city, it's a no-no. But I wanted to know the difference between the Utah license and the other one that gives you like almost permission to carry in like almost all the states.
So is this a real thing, what he's talking about?
It's actually a real thing. There's a Utah license. I'm going to actually hopefully start teaching that class in the fall.
But hold on, what does that mean, Utah license?
So Utah license, if you travel, it gives you, so Utah has reciprocity in.
See, I'm going to beat you because I asked you about crossing state lines, and you said there's no loopholes.
There isn't, but it's different. There's no loophole, but it's different. So Utah has a license. Well, you can have a Utah license where you can travel to different states, concealed. So you can go get a concealed carry to travel in I think it's 37 states.
37. So if I get a Utah license, I can like be a rapper and go anywhere.
Not anywhere, but a lot of states.
I say that because I remember, I think like Snoop Dogg or Tupac or, you know, one of our artists out here was, you know, traveling, and he was on his bus, and I remember a lawmaker saying, you remember all those lyrics, how about you remember where your gun is like licensed, you're licensed in what states, like you remember all those lyrics, you need to remember what states you can go ahead and travel with your gun in.
Yeah.
And I remember that, so it's like the rappers travel, that's the way that I think about it today. But a Utah license is that license that you can travel with. So if I live in the city of Boston, but I travel to Maine, I travel to New Hampshire, I go to Connecticut, and I go and visit, you know, not just gun ranges, but I'm in the middle of the woods, I can pop off.
Yeah and no. So a Utah license is not good in Maine. It's not good. It's not good in New Hampshire, but it's good in certain other places.
North Carolina.
I think so.
Georgia.
Definitely.
Utah.
Yeah. So you can go to these places and you can carry concealed. You just can't carry. If you lived in Boston, you can't carry concealed in your own state because actually the license isn't actually recognized in the state.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so then how would that work when you get pulled over? You have your Utah license, but yet you also have the laws in Massachusetts that conflict with the Utah license, but you're on your way out of Massachusetts.
So it's a funny coin. So pretty much it goes like this. If you're licensed, if you have a Utah license, and you do have a Massachusetts license, so if you're in Massachusetts, you can carry. And if you have a Utah license, when you go out of Massachusetts,
you can travel.
You can travel, as long as you're traveling to one of the states where your license is recognized.
Okay. So we're getting, these calls are coming all the way in, 617-282-0062. What questions do you have for Firearm Fred?
I need to address what he said about
I'm sorry.
him and your address. Your guns need to be licensed at the address that you live at. If you get caught, you are breaking the law, and you will be prosecuted for that.
And what's the prosecution?
First of all, it's false address, and then they just keep building up from there. So they're definitely taking your gun license, and you're never getting it back. So
what?
Yeah, you can't. There's no gray area when it comes to licensing. It's.
I feel like gun owners, like legal gun owners, have so many restrictions, but yet we have criminals out here that have zero laws. My question is like, what's the point of the laws? Because you're prohibiting law-abiding citizens from obtaining their license when it's free game and free range for those that have no morals.
That's what it's all about, and people don't get that. They don't understand that, and that's where the two sides of this coin is, because the only thing gun laws do is they don't hurt the criminals because they don't make them for criminals. They make the gun laws to hurt
people like me,
law-abiding citizens. That's what they do. And that's why I tell people start advocating and
write them letters.
Write those letters and go to meetings and
start voting for people who actually believe in your right to the Second Amendment.
If you don't believe in it, get them out of office. It will change. If people in Boston wanted to change, they can make a change.
Say it again.
If Boston wanted to change, they can make a change.
617-282-0062. Waking Up with TaylaAndre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. What questions do you have for Firearm Fred? Good Rise and Caller, you're live. Okay, I guess you're not. Good Rise and Caller, you're live.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good rising, baby.
Yes, good. How you doing this morning?
I'm super fantastic. How are you?
I'm all right. My question is to Firearm Fred. How do they touch if you've been arrested but never convicted? Do they look at that when you apply?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's a great question. I get that question a lot. If you don't have any convictions,
What is a conviction? Let's be clear.
a conviction is you're guilty.
I pled no contest.
That's not a conviction.
Oh, okay. I pled not guilty.
Not a conviction.
I pled guilty.
Yeah, that's a conviction. If you've been convicted of a crime, you can say
I never went to jail.
doesn't matter. There's certain it's
I was shoplifting,
you
and
might
I got convicted.
you might be getting you if it's so long the law state like certain crimes after certain long you may be able to obtain an FID card, but
What is an FID?
you'll be able to purchase a rifle.
What is it? That doesn't say that I can take it anywhere, though.
Exactly. So
So I can purchase on behalf of somebody else because I can't have my license.
so it depends if you you can purchase a rifle with an FID card, but it also depends on what happened and how long and what it is. It's like I have it up on my webpage.
And what is your website?
It's Platinum Firearms Academy, and it's a list of all the like if you're convicted of this, none. If you're convicted, none.
So it has a list of convictions where you can and cannot carry or get your license.
You'll never be able to get a license, yeah.
Okay. Well, give us the website one more time.
Platinum Firearms Academy, PlatinumFirearmsAcademy.com.
Okay, and your phone number?
617-293-1011.
One more time.
617-293-1011.
And how do we contact you on Facebook? This is my favorite part.
I'm Firearm Fred on Facebook. Or I do have Platinum's Firearms Academy. Also, you can email me, fredgary1@gmail.com.
Yes, his name on Facebook is Firearm Fred. I absolutely love it. And there's a picture of him and Drake in his profile picture. That just tells you how real it is. 617-282-0062. Good Rising, calling you live.
Hello?
Hi, good rising.
How you doing? Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So I got a question. I'm 23. I recently got my safety course certificate from Fred, and I got an appointment coming up for my LPC earlier next month. So my question is, I got no record, no parking ticket, none of that. Is there anything I should prepare for my interview, or anything I should say, that'll help me for my LPC?
Oh, he sounds so innocent. He said that he worked with you?
Yeah, I remember when he came in. Yeah, he no, all you gotta do is just go in there, just be honest. They're gonna ask you a few questions. Your biggest issue is gonna be just making sure you shoot good at your test.
But I'm nervous. And what do I get like a I'm nervous do-over? Is that possible?
2 times.
Two times.
You can take it once, you fail, the second time, and after that, you got to start the whole process over.
Hold on. Like 2 times in one day?
No.
But I was just nervous. Like all these white men with guns made me a little nervous. No. And that was actually a real thing somebody said.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard it. I've had people tell me like, oh, I was nervous.
I was intimidated.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, don't be intimidated. Because I stand behind you at the range with a gun on my hip, so why are you scared by somebody else is standing behind you? So.
Well, because they look like me, Frank.
Hey.
We got some other callers on the line. Good Rising, calling you live.
Thank you, Rising. I've got a quick question, right? I have multi-carrier in Massachusetts, right? Now, if I move out of Massachusetts, say I move to California, they require their own license to carry, right? Can I get a California money as I'm a resident over there and still keep my Massachusetts one? Or once I move out of the state, and reside in another state, I have to give up my Massachusetts license.
Good question. Good question.
So you don't have to give up your Massachusetts license. You can actually just tell them you can go get an out of state. If you're leaving Massachusetts, you can't get an out of state license, which is actually very good. You have to renew it every 4 years.
So what does that mean? So if I live in Georgia and their
And you
laws are very laxed, and I have my license, and I have many, many guns, and I come to Massachusetts, I can get an out-of-state license?
Yes, if you don't plan on living here, but you plan on traveling back and forth a lot. Yes.
Okay, so am I able to carry
Yes.
in this? So I can conceal carry because, hold on, what?
Yeah.
I can go out of my state. No, I can live out of the state, have an unrestricted license, come into the state of Massachusetts, carry my gun unrestrictedly.
You have to apply for a license. It's a long process, but yes, they'll give you a license to carry in the state.
How do people outside the state have better opportunities than the people who live here?
Your town. It's your town. That's all it goes according to the
Y'all
town.
better get on your politicians. If you ain't never cared about politics before, you better care today.
I tell people this all the time. Listen, if you get on these politicians and you start making some noise, it will change. Especially now, we're in election time. Like this is when you make the noise. So, this is how you're supposed to do it. I mean, people if everybody sits back and forgets about it until one day they're like, oh, you know what, I want to get my license. Then they find out like
all of these laws, like, damn, I can't even do what I want to do in this state.
Yep.
So really quickly, let me go over to Facebook and take some of these questions. I want to recognize callers on line 1 and 2. Thank you for your patience. Wendy said, I'm getting to you, Fred.
All right.
David said, oh, snap, y'all got Fred in the building. David Gratton Jr.
Yes.
Dag Lul said, did you have advice or should anything for my up and coming LTC? And I believe you answered that question already, right?
Yeah.
LTC.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tom Sanford, all the way out of Rhode Island. Pee Wee Henny said that Utah is great, but you must know reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Okay.
Reciprocity.
There's no reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
And what does that mean? Because last time I heard reciprocity, Lauryn Hill was singing about it.
You need to know about it because what it is, so you can carry in different states, but you need to know the laws in those states. So.
Oh, like the rapper's law. That one.
So you better know the laws in those states because every state has different things that you can and can't do with your guns. So you definitely have to, if you're carrying in a state, and you do have a Utah license, you better know what you can and can't do, where you can go with it, because and then make sure you know that those states are recognized because you'll get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Thank you, P. Henny. We needed that. Reggie B said, I saw him in July and did very well on my target. I will see him again real soon. Alton Blake said, are you able to obtain an unrestricted license if you own your own business in Boston? For example, a contractor, an electrician, a carpenter, a plumber.
A lot of times, yes. Because if you're handling large sums of money, yes. If you have your own business, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And give us the number one more time.
617-293-1011.
And people say, you need to slow down. I'm a little slow.
All right, 617-293-1011.
And do not forget on Facebook, it is Firearm Fred. Let me get over to these questions because all 3 of the phone lines are lit up. And I know people want to know. I want to know, how can I carry a gun in Boston? You can't. You want to know why? Because the commission got everything on lock.
Pretty much.
We actually did a show with the commissioner, and the interview was absolutely amazing until he told me that he felt like he had the right to dictate who had the right to their Second Amendment right. And it was I got a little emotional then because I am one of the daughters that believe in the Constitution.
Yeah, well, that's what they did. They gave all of Massachusetts gives all of you're at the will of the police commissioner.
Ridiculous. Shout out Paul Irving. Shout out Uncle Paul. Good rising caller. You are live.
Good rising,
Good rising, my love. How are you?
I'm great. My question for Firearm Fred was, if I do have a restricted license in Boston, which is disappointing to hear, if there was like a break-in or anything in my house, could I use that weapon to defend myself, or would there be any sort of action taken against me?
Hold on. So, if I understand the question correctly, if I have a gun in my house and I'm not a licensed individual, but there's a gun in my house, I use that gun to protect myself. What are the repercussions? Is that the correct question?
No, like I got a license, but it's a restricted license. It's not a license to carry. It's just for recreational use. Can I use that, for protection?
Can I answer that question in my opinion? Hell yes, but we live in Massachusetts, so you
No,
have the castle law though.
You got to be careful. Yeah, you can, but you have to be very, very careful because there's different. Now the laws of using a gun for people breaking in your house is very. It's funny. We don't, you don't live in the South where they say, okay, something happens, you ever stand your ground. So they tell you better run out the back door.
Run out your house.
Run out your house. So that's
and I think that's so stupid because if it's the castle law, it's my house, it's my castle, I'm protecting my castle. Call it something else. Call it the crybaby law. Call it the runaway law. Call it the scaredy cat law. But don't call it the castle law, but your ass got to run out the house.
Yeah, you got to run out. You got to leave your property.
I think that's insane.
Yeah.
So, but who has that? When you have somebody breaking into your house, when you have somebody that could be potentially harming your children, who sits down and says, hold on, let me go back and Google these laws here in Massachusetts? Who does that?
Well, you better know them. You better know them because if you don't, they're going to prosecute you. You shoot somebody, you're going to be prosecuted. Even though you had the right, you got, everything's legal. They're gonna come and treat you just like a criminal.
Well, let me go get my police badge so I can be cleared of everything. Charged of nothing.
Hey, they do the same. See, what people don't understand is they do the same thing to them.
You're gonna have to break that down, Fred, because we ain't seen it.
See, you don't see it up front, but they do the same thing to law enforcement. The last thing the police officer wants to do is use his gun because they go through the same process. They come in, it's an investigation. They sit through interrogations. They have to go through a psyche valve before if they even thinking about going back to the job. Most people think because mainstream media says, "Oh, they shoot people and they just go right back." It's not that way. That's a lot of media hype. It's not. This is not the Wild West.
He said, "Don't believe that."
Exactly.
Lord have mercy. That's only 30 days at a desk job, though.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Maybe so. Is Massachusetts different? Like it's different here.
The state of Massachusetts is very different when it comes to like officers involved shootings and things of that nature. So that's one of the reasons why they don't want, like most police officers. That's not they they give you a million chances because it's not what they want to do.
Okay. 617-282-0062. You don't have to agree, but you definitely can call. Good rising, call you live. Good rising, my love. I can't hear you at all. Good rising, my love.
Whoops, can you hear me a little better?
I can hear you now. Those other two lines, I guess, are not being utilized right now, but you are live.
Okay, so I missed a good portion of the conversation because I went under the tunnel. But what I wanted to ask was that I'm blanking on the exact name of the license I have. I think it's only supposed to be used for hunting and target practice. But I wondered how easy or hard would it be to go up to getting a license to carry? Because when I did the interview in my town, which is Randolph, I guess that's what they saw fit, was for hunting. And I never said anything about hunting. But how hard would it be to move up the ladder?
So first of all, great question. Second of all, I love the fact that a lady called up here where her license, woo, way to go, baby, way to go. So really quickly, before Fred answers that question, what influenced you to get your license?
I have a really good guy friend, and he has 2 daughters, and he's all about women protecting themselves. He's always getting on us, like, when's the last time he took a self-defense class? And he's just all about that. So he's like, I think you should honestly, there's a Groupon running, go get your gun license. He said, if you're scared of it, which I don't recommend to everyone else, but he said, if you're scared to have it around, I have no children, it's just me. He said, even if you had to keep it, empty and just in your house, if you need it for means of, I don't know, whatever, maybe intimidation, this guys are acting weird, just for other men to know that I have it, they tend to lay off a little,
That's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, baby. Go ahead, Fred. I'm sorry.
Well, when so the only way she can get her restrictions lifted is when she goes back to reapply, because you have to reapply when it expires. So when she goes back, she can tell them she wants her restrictions lifted. And they normal towns like that, they will on your second apply, they'll lift your restrictions.
Okay, so it's more so like, let's see if you can. This is like a learner's permit.
Pretty much. That's it.
Your first go around. Let's make sure you don't kill nobody in the process.
Exactly. We don't have no problems out of you. Then we'll hook you up with the unrestricted.
All right, baby. You have any other questions piggybacking off of that?
Yeah, is there anything specific I should say, or is it, like, will they need to know if I have, any open restraining orders against other guys? Like, what would help me or hurt me is what I want to know as far as the questioning.
So it shouldn't be too many things that hurt you, because you already have one, and when you're just going into for your renew, it's different. And if you do have open restraining orders, do tell. But
because they're gonna find out.
They know automatically. They just waiting for you to tell them. But normally there's nothing that unless you have a restraining order against you is the only thing that's gonna hurt you.
Okay. Thank you for that. So Reek Havoc said, that's my guy Fred. Alton Blake said, if you get a restricted license in Boston and then you move to another town that allows unrestricted concealed carry, can your restrictions become lifted?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Do you have to reapply? Can you get it automatically? How does that work?
You would have to wait till you renew. Same thing. You have to, when you go in, when you move to another town, you gotta. There's a lot of paperwork. Well, not even a lot of paperwork. They minimized it now, so it's one sheet, and you just have to turn into the police chief in the town you move from, police chief in the town you move to.
How does the police chief have so much power over who has guns?
Thanks to your legislation.
Elected officials. And you know what? The day before election, if you didn't care about elections, this should make you care about your politicians just a little bit more.
Go read up about them, find out about them, and see what they stand for. Because it's your right, and most people, because we came from an era where guns are bad. Now people are starting to realize, like, no, they're not bad. Now they're starting to care about how come I can't get an unrestricted license, and now they're starting to realize, like, we might have to do something about some of these politicians around here.
So, all right, I'm thinking about, back in the 80s, back in the 90s, when a lot of our quote-unquote Hillary Clinton and her husband super predators were out here. So when these super predators were out here just, selling weed, and they, like, you have a drug conviction, is there any way for you to fight that? Like, that was back in the 80s and 90s when you racist people were locking up all black folks at minimum sentences of 1,000 years for a half an ounce, a quarter ounce of weed. Like, and now this is like 15 years later. It was a little bit of weed. It's now decriminalized in Massachusetts. Is there any way that I can take this, like, I already have a record. Is there any way for me to seal my record and to get nothing? Like, if you went to jail and was guilty of selling drugs, you cannot have a license.
Ever.
Do you not see a problem with this?
Hey, I do. But listen, you know what? I'm not going to get on the whole Clinton era, because that's a whole different ball game, and it's what put a lot of restrictions on guns. So yeah, but
he's like, I really don't have any words.
yeah, I have no words for the Clinton administration, but yeah, that's what it is. It happened. It that's what they did during that time, and that's how it is now. And there was a couple of bills that got passed, that went up to be voted on to if for about 15, if you had a minor drug conviction, you got caught with possession of marijuana or something. Yeah, they'll lift it, and you can get an FID card. But thanks to your Attorney General,
Mara Haley.
yeah,
Mara Haley. What Mara Haley do? Snitch on us.
so she's really anti-gun, and so she's already like all Gun Owners Action League and NRA, everybody's up in arms about this lady right now because she.
So we don't need to re-elect her, basically.
Please do not. Please listen. You talking about if you want to know somebody that's really infringing on your rights? She did it in a snap of her finger. She took away. She said, "Oh, you don't need to own any more assault rifles." So an assault rifle is a term that was used by mainstream media.
Okay.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing as an assault rifle?
Not for a civilian, it's not.
What about that AK-47 I shot?
That's a rifle. That's just a rifle.
So that's not an assault rifle?
No. An assault rifle...
Did she label that an assault rifle?
Oh, yeah, she labeled everything assault rifles.
What do you mean everything?
Like an AR-15, she said it's an assault rifle. She said, these are assault rifles. You can't buy those. Because...
Didn't I shoot an AR?
Yes, you did.
That was a beautiful weapon.
Beautiful weapon, fun. There's no difference between an AR-15 and a 308 gun that you see that's hanging in Walmart. You see those rifles in Walmart that people go buy for hunting?
Yes.
There's no difference except for it has a pistol grip on it.
What do you mean a pistol grip?
You know the grip that you just, instead of it just being a stock against your shoulder?
Oh, that other part right here?
Yeah. So, if you take away this little lower part and just have it sticking against your shoulder,
it's a regular
rifle. All of this is cosmetics.
So it's not like extra bullets?
No, nothing different.
Only that
Only all the little plastics on it.
Hold on, how do I hold I hold my gun like this. I think.
All the way.
Do I? No. I don't remember. I gotta go to class. So if we want to get a gun license, how much is it gonna cost us? I listen to the TaylaAndre show, so do I get a little discount?
You get a little discount because you listen to TaylaAndre show. And this is going up. So now everything, because you're listening, I give all your listeners $125 for the class.
What's the regular price?
$150.
So we get everybody giving us $25 off.
Yeah.
You know what you can do with $25? Buy a tank of gas.
Pretty much now, right now.
Isn't that so beautiful?
Yeah, it's fun again.
It is.
It's fun again.
$25, I filled up with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we contact you? We want our license. We want to learn how to shoot. We want, maybe I'm not ready for my license, but I want to learn the basics. Yeah. Exactly. I want to learn my gun laws. I want to do everything legal, even though it's harder for me to be legal than it is for me to be a criminal. But how do I do things the right way?
Come see me. You can contact me. Phone number 617-293-1011. Or you can email me at fredgary1@gmail.com.
Or you can go to Facebook and look up Firearm Fred.
Yeah, those are the easiest ways to get in contact with me. And schedule an appointment, and we'll rock and roll.
Ashe. I'm so happy. We do have one more caller, but you know what? I am going to take you when we come off air. One of the things I would like to do is, for those that are on Facebook, those that are on social media, Instagram, Twitter, can we do a giveaway? Can we have somebody come and visit you?
Yeah, we did it last time, remember?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and it was a woman that won.
And how did she do?
She did really good.
Okay, so the third person to call, 617-282-0062. And we'll do one for Facebook and we'll do one for on air. So if you're the third person to call, you can win, what is it, like an hour with Fred?
Yeah, we do an hour. We do an hour shoot.
An hour shooting class with Fred. Learning how to shoot, all that other good stuff. So I want number 3, the third person to call me. 617-282-0062. You will win a free hour with Fred. And one of the things I'm going to ask you is I'm going to let Fred ask some random gun law questions that he can go ahead and. So we have 1, 2, 3. I'm waiting. The next person to call is the third person. There it is. Good rising caller. You are the winner. And I am going to let Fred ask you whatever question he wants to ask you. Go ahead.
Who makes the rules on how you get your gun in your town?
My love. Oh, I guess they hung up.
They got scared of that one.
They hung up. Okay.
And that was an easy one.
That was an easy one. Baby, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a girl. Yes. Okay. So my love, Fred has a question for you.
I'm keep saying question. Who makes the rules on if you get your gun license or not in your town?
The police commissioner.
There you go.
What is your first name, my love?
Victoria.
Victoria 1. So we'll go ahead and do a giveaway on Facebook. Let me come off air and we'll do the Facebook giveaway. So Victoria, stay on hold 1 moment. We'll get all your information, link you up with Fred. Fred, one more time, how do we contact you?
Phone number 617-293-1011. Email fredgary1@gmail.com. And also on Facebook, you can reach me at Firearm Fred. Or check out the website, Platinum Firearms Academy.
I love it. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. Faith's Natural, all natural organic products. If you have a beard, she has beard oil. Anari just recently started using the deodorant. I'm excited about that because he was in denial for a long time. And one of my favorite products right now is the Strawberry Drizzle body scrub. It feels absolutely amazing. When you come out the shower, you don't necessarily need lotion, but she has a Strawberry Drizzle lotion that smells absolutely amazing. It's not on the market yet, but I got a tester, and I'm telling you now, it's something that you want to go ahead and put your order in for, so as soon as it drops, because it will, I promise, it will sell out. She has her products located at Herb Essentials on Blue Hill Ave, on the right-hand side next to Frugal Furniture. And she also has some of her products in Randolph, Massachusetts on Main Street at Top Notch. So you can get the products there, or you can buy an order online where you can get a free samples. I love free samples, so I order online. Pum Pum Wash, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, alopecia, hair growing, helps your hair grow back. What else does she have? The rose infused oil, the charcoal soap, drawing out all the toxin, the hair milk. Like, I could go on for 17 days, but the man said, Faith, why do men only have one page? So she's working on her men line as well. Do not forget MedWell Health. That's 820 Pearl Street in Brockton, Massachusetts. 774-517-5195. Tell them TaylaAndre sent you, and you will get $25 off. $25 off your medical marijuana card. Again, that is 774-517-5195. 820 Pearl Street, located in Brockton, Massachusetts. Oh, do we have a card? We got a few cards. Platinum Firearm Academy with Fred Gary. FredGary1@gmail.com. 617-293-1011. That's an easier way to remember it.
Exactly.
617-293-1011. NRA certified instructor, basic pistol, home fire safety, and personal protection in the home. Mass State Police certified inspector, God made man, Samuel Colt made them equal. Platinum Firearms Academy, waking up with TaylaAndre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. Today we ran a little over. My apologies. Shout out to the Good Life Morning Show. Shout out to Hot Sauce. I'm so feeling Hot Sauce. She's so silly, but she's as intelligent as she wants to be. Shout out to Val. Big up to Fred Gary. Can I tell them what you brought me?
Yeah.
Fred brought me a gift. I got some of that white Henny. He just came back from some country.
Dominican.
You came up from DR?
Yeah.
Listen, when your firearm guy loves you, you get white Henny wrapped up on a Tuesday. What's today, Wednesday?
Yeah, so you look Tuesday.
Love you, appreciate you. Hope you guys have an amazing day today. Mwah.
It is DJ Sus One, the feature presentation. Listen, make sure you wake up with TaylaAndre Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Big City 101.3 FM. Wake up with the Radio Rebel. Politics, news, conspiracies. Wake up your third eye with unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. This is the type of stuff I'm into, alright? Make sure you tune in. Let's go.
Okay, so for everybody that's currently on Facebook, I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds to get their fingers on their keyboards, because I'm going to let Fred ask you a question, and the first person to type in the answer gets an hour with Fred. Alright, so far we have some people in here watching. We are off the air, and I said that I would let somebody win an hour with Fred on Facebook, since somebody already won the hour on air. Few more seconds. Tell somebody to come watch so they can type in their answer, even if it's a guess. What is the question, Fred? Not yet. Make them suffer. No, you can go ahead. Go ahead, ask the question, and then we'll see the first person to type it. So get your trigger fingers ready. What's the question?
Okay.
He's thinking of a question. The first person to answer the question wins 1 hour. Oh, Victoria, inbox me your information. She said, should I stay on hold? I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry. Just inbox me your information. What is the question?
If you have a Massachusetts license, can you carry?
Hey, I don't think they can see it.
If you have a Massachusetts license, can you carry in New Hampshire?
If you have a Massachusetts license, can you carry in New Hampshire? It's a good thing I already set up my appointment. No answers yet. Not even from Facebook or YouTube. If you have a license in Massachusetts, can you carry in New Hampshire? That was the question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody has the answer yet, Sway. I'm waiting for it. First person to write this answer gets their hour with Fred. Not legally.
Correct.
Will, you won! Woo! Inbox me your information. Cortez said yes. Corey said yes.
So yes.
We might have two winners here.
Because so it's a yes and no.
So both of them are right.
Yes and no.
Both right.
Okay, so how is they have to tell me how the yes is.
Corey, tell them how the yes is before somebody else answers. Tell them what the yes means. Hold on, I have a question. I think I have the answer. I think I have the answer.
That's what you always ask.
The loophole?
No, what you always ask me, if we have it in the state. And I always say no.
So if you have a license in another state.
No. If you have a license in Massachusetts and you go to New Hampshire,
Okay.
can you carry?
If you have the Utah license?
You need Utah. It's only one way to carry in New Hampshire.
What's their answer?
I'm waiting to see if somebody gets it right.
No, mass licenses are not recognized anywhere. We have no reciprocity.
We don't. But you can carry in New Hampshire if...
Corey, what is the answer, Corey? Somebody else gonna answer that question for Corey.
If there's one way.
Oh my gosh, was I not listening? No answers. Corey said you have to register with the auditors out there.
No.
You would need a New Hampshire out-of-state license.
Yeah, but that's if you want to carry concealed.
Okay, this is a complicated question.
It's a loaded question.
Okay, give us the answer.
So the
Because
answer,
we have Corey and Will.
We'll give them both. We'll give them both it. But what it is you can carry. In New Hampshire, you just have to open carry.
Oh, what?
Yes.
So you can't open carry in Massachusetts, but once you get to New Hampshire,
You have to open carry.
go on and put it on your hip.
Yeah, just pull your shirt up.
I get it.
That makes it legal.
That was a tricky question.
Yeah, it was a trick question. It was a trick question.
One more time, because Ethan wants to know, how do we get in contact with you? What is the number?
617-293-1011.
He's lying. 617-293-1011.
1011.
I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys had an informative day. Tomorrow we have John Fitzgerald Johnson. He is running for president. He is flying all the way to Massachusetts to come in the studio with us, to talk with us. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. Tomorrow, John Fitzgerald Johnson. He is a black man running for president, and he, hopefully with our help, will be able to speak at some of these debates so we can create some momentum, so we can change some of these laws. Lord have mercy. It should be easier than what it is. But one of the things that Fred said is, if you don't like these concealed carry or open carries or lack thereof carrying laws in the state of Massachusetts, we need to start working with our politicians, talking with our politicians, and demanding that they start giving us our rights back. Like, hello, your tax dollars are being stolen and you have no representation, but you have the taxation with no representation. What are you going to do about it? Love and appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing day. Mwah.